with another episode of the Repent or Die podcast. And today, you know, it's usually them days where I find stuff and then put it together and then boom. But this is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a very long time. But before I get into that, I want you guys to hear something. And it's crazy. And this is in NYC. It says, New York City Dalton school parents are upset that their first grade children were teaching them about masturbation. And it's kind of crazy that this is something that's being spoken about in the time of month that we're in. You know, June used to be, when we was growing up, June used to be the month that we couldn't wait for because we knew that summer's here and school is almost out. But they hijacked it, and now June is called Pride Day. And I know a lot of people is just like, wow, this is crazy. But how about if I told you that there was a 10-year plan? I mean, I want to say a 10-year plan. How about if I told you there was a 10-point plan? So a lot of y'all don't know about this lady named Alice Bailey 10-point plan. See, there was a plan all along. And a lot of y'all don't understand that the plan was to destroy the mentality and the living God, the creator of it all. Destroy the mentality we had for him, the love that we had for him, the spiritual divine and connection that we had for him. So now, as you see times is going by, as you paying attention to what's going on around us, the world is getting more and more devilish, more and more faithless, more and more, how can you say, disobedient to God. Facts. Brothers is not going to church. Brothers is not praying. Brothers is not, and this is not, let me not just say the brothers, everyone. I go out every Thursday, and when I go out, it seems like we're the only ones that pray. I'm the only one that's on the table, hat off, praying to the Most High, giving thanks, giving glory for his son's sacrifice. I'm the only one that's remaining to be doing this. Everybody else just dives right in. Everybody else just, eats the defiled food, the things that we wasn't supposed to be eating. That they just dive right into it. It's like you can't tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just adults, it's children. And now you fast forward to today. Look what's going on. But I wanna give you guys a little quick background on this Alice Bailey. Alice Ann Bailey was born June 16th, which I find ironic, 1880. Died December 15th, 1949. Was a writer of more than 24 books in theosophical subjects, and was one of the first writers to use the term New Age. Let's sit on that for a minute. New Age. Everything is New Age this, New Age that. New World Order. The word, when you hear anything of new, is basically trying to configure your mind to get rid of the old. And this whole establishment of the creation of this world was established by the Old Testament. They give you New Testament, but the New Testament is only given into the understanding that they want you to understand it. You understand? It's crazy. It says Bailey was born as Alice Latrobe Bateman in Manchester, England. Go right there. That's the Khazar. You guys still don't see it now? You still don't see it. Who owns the New York State Board? Who's the chairman? Who's the one that's getting all the funds? Who's the ones that's sitting in these positions? Who's the top psychologists, the philosophers? Who's these people that they make you want to follow? Who's the one that came out with the Big Bang Theory? Who's the one that came out with the New Age? Who's the ones that come out with the rapture? You know, the Christ loves everybody. All of these things was given to you guys by individuals that are claiming to be something that they're not, right? And she was in Manchester, England. She moved to the United States in 1907, where she spent most of her life as a writer and teacher. Okay? And I'm gonna get to there, and then I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna say barely works written between 1919 and 1949 describes a wide-range system of esoteric thoughts covering such topics as how spirituality relates to the solar system, meditation, healing, spiritual philosophy, the destiny of nations, and the prescription for society in general. I'm gonna leave it as that. You see what she was focusing on. You see what she was focusing on. And she started off as a what? She started off as a teacher and a writer. Walk with me, y'all. Walk with me. This is a different podcast, man. Well, so now I got the paper in my hand. It's called the Alice Bailey 10-point plan. Okay? Let's go to point number 1. It says, point number 1, take God and prayer out of the education system. This is what she said. She said, change curriculums to ensure that children are freed from the bondage of Christianity culture. Why? Because children go to school to be equipped to face life. They are willing to trust, and they are willing to value what is being given to them. If you take God out of education, they will unconsciously form a resolve that God is not necessary to face life. They will focus on these things. The school count them worthy to be passed on, and they will look at God as an addition if one can't afford the additional. I can't make this stuff up, man. I'm reading this. This joint is in my hand, yeah. I can't make this stuff up. You wondering why these children is being spoon-fed all the nonsense, where they feel comfortable to give them the things that they want to give them now. When you see our children in complete confusion, you see the big gap. It's like a big gap from children that was born, let's say in the 80s, to children that was born in the 2000s. It's a big separation. You know what I'm saying? Big separation, major disconnect. And they create this, oh, that's the generational difference and all that. That's millennium, generation X, all these. They create all of these things. This is all confusion, people. But you must know when you are under attack. You must know these things. Let's go to point number 2. Reduce parental authority over the children. I can't make this stuff up. You see these children running around outside. These are children that has no parental guidance. And guess what? The children that's being disciplined are the ones that's still intact, following the ways of the Most High. Think about this. The scripture says, spare not the rod. If you spare the rod, then you destroy your child's soul. You hate your child's soul. So the Most High tells you you're supposed to discipline your child. She's telling you, let's take away the parental authority over the children. Guess what? You put these children in the system. Guess what? These children end up going into these group homes and all of that. Guess what? These children end up being in worse situations than they was when they was with their parents. These children gets molested, harassed. These children get violated. These children is in fighting for survival, because now you in a facility where there's a lot of individuals, a lot of damaged individuals. I don't care what anybody tell me. No child has ever recovered being taken away from their parents. No child. And they know that. They don't care, because they tell you that it's for the greater good of the children. But is it really? Is it really? Think about that. Let's think about that. Let's see what she says. She says, break the communication between parent and child, so that the parent do not pass on their Christian traditions to their children. Liberate children from bondage of their parents' tradition. It says, this is how she's going to do it. Promote excessive child rights, child right legislation. Today, a child is able to say to a parent, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to or have to do what you are telling me. If you beat me, I'll call Child Protection Service. I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up. I used to work with ACS, and I was in the inside, and I see how these children is treated. I see how these children must move. I witnessed it. I witnessed it for too long. And everything that she's saying right now, I seen this with my own two eyes. And a lot of you guys who's tuning in and listening can agree. You've seen this with your own two eyes. Let's continue. Remember, this they got 10. Let's go to point 3. Let's go to point 3. It says, point number 3, destroy the Judeo-Christian family structure or the traditional Christian family structure. Let's see what she says. She said, liberate the people from the confines of this structure. It is oppressive, and the family is the core of the nation. If you break the family, you break the nation. Come on, y'all. How many broken homes that people of color dealing with, man? Come on, y'all. Y'all must understand what's going on, people. Y'all must understand what's going on, people. You heard what she said? You break the family, you break the nation. We the only ones running around headless, man. The Chinese stick together. The Arabs stick together. We the only ones that's divided because the family structure is broken, bro. Oh my jeez, man. Listen, yo, and look, check this out. See, I gotta read this. It says, when the person asked the why, she said, so that the youth will not grow up with the sense of belonging, identity, or structure. It says, and look, she says, how are you gonna do that? Look what she says. Promote sexual promiscuity, free young people to concept of premarital sex, let them have free sex, lift it so high that the joy of enjoying it, which is sex, is the highest joy in life. Fantasize it, that everyone will feel proud to be seen to be sexually active, even those outside of marriage. Look, oh my Jesus. It says, use advertise industry, media, TV, magazine, film industries to promote sexual enjoyment as the highest pleasure in humanity. Have they succeeded? Have they done it? If you want to see whether they have succeeded or not, go to the advertising industry. It does everything to catch your attention, and today almost no advert comes out with a sexual connotation, I'm gonna leave it as that, man. Like it says, even when they advertise ice cream, they must show you a thigh of a woman and a bikini. And you wondering why our music is the way it is, why we are being exposed to the Cardi B's and the Meg Thee Stallions. How when we was young, how they were promoting the Little Kims and not the Lauryn Hills. You know, they was promoting the Foxy Brown, but not the MC Lyte, not the Queen Latifah, before she converted and took that oath. You understand? You must understand that this is a war against the people, y'all. That was only 3. Let's go to 4. It says, if sex is free, then make abortion legal and make it easy. Come on, y'all. Listen, look what she said. She said, build clinics for abortions and put health clinics in school. If people are going to enjoy the joy of sexual relationship, they need to be free of the unnecessary fears. In other words, they should not be hampered by unwanted pregnancy and disease. Come on. Come on. Come on. We have to see this, people. Come on. I can't make this stuff up, y'all. I can't make this stuff up. That was 4. We finally hitting the halfway mark. Excuse me. Excuse me. Point number 5. It says, make divorce easy and legal. Free people from the concept of marriage life. She said, love has got mystical links called the love bond. It is like a overcome that comes out of the ovary and it travels through your system. It clicks a love favor in you, and there's one other person in the world who can respond to that love bond. When you see that person, everything within you clicks. This is your man/woman. If you miss him, you will never be happy until that love bond cycle passed for many years. So for you to be happy, get that person at whatever cost. If it means getting him or her out of that marriage, get him. Get him/her that is your man/woman. It's a mistake for him to be elsewhere. And if you go together for some time and find that love has died, don't be held in bondage by the Christian values. It will never come back. What you need is an easy arranged divorce and allow another love bond to come forth, just like a overcome comes up. When it comes forth, you'll enjoy life again. This is so demonic. Me reading it is just frustrating, angry. This joint really pisses me off right now, yeah. This joint is really pissing me off. But you guys don't understand what's taking place. Let's go to point number 6. Hence, Pride Month, y'all. Pride Month. Let's go to number 6. It says, make homosexuality an alternative lifestyle. This is somebody who is literally a Khazar, a Jewish woman who came into America and came here with a plan. Why do people always come to America? Why don't they stay where they're at and try that? You know why? Because here in America is where all God's chosen people are. All the tribes is here in America. And she has an agenda. Let me read that one more time. Make homosexuality an alternative lifestyle. So you guys think that this high ride LGBTQ, these bills being passed, these things was thought out, structured, put together, and delivered, signed, sealed, and delivered to you guys. And you know how they was gonna do it. They knew exactly who to put into office. It was like, listen, if we put a black man there, if somebody like George Bush came out with the same energy that Obama came out for the LGBTQ nonsense, you guys would have been in uproar. But because they put this black man and he made you see it in his point, he told you guys change was gonna come. He said change will come. And it came. And look where we at right now. Hence 2021, guys. Hence, you see the rap music. You know, these dudes be putting on girl clothes. You know, they're promoting it. It's subconsciously you're being accepted to it. You're subconsciously being accepted to it. I told you guys the other day, I went into Target while I'm going up the stairs. I seen a big ass Elton John homosexual tuxedo. Pride, all that fisherman stuff. And you's getting it for the low. Come on, I can't make this stuff up, y'all. I can't make this stuff up. Look, this is what she said. She said, enjoying sexual intercourse is the highest pleasure in humanity. No one must be denied or restricted in how to enjoy themselves. People should be allowed to experience sex however they want, whether it is homosexuality, incest, or bestiality, as long as the two agree. Are you serious? Are you guys kidding me? Are you kidding me? You see why the condition and the state that our people is in? You see why? I cannot make this stuff up, y'all. I cannot make this stuff up. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't make this stuff up. You guys really think that your way of thought and your way of thoughts and the way that you move right now in 2021 is based on what? Your beliefs? No, you was gradually being fed and led by Satanists, devil worshippers, to become the people that you are right now. And when they prepared you and they bamboozled you so much that when people like myself, who looks like you, that come from where you come from, that sees what's going on and tell you about it, you would give me that, bro, you bugging, or yo, it is what it is, or you must be down with something. Nah, God's not this. Or matter of fact, some of y'all just disengage and discontinue. There's a disconnect from you and God. Like, man, nah, I don't believe in God, bro. I don't believe in none of that. And mind you, this was pre-written. Remember, she died in 1949, y'all. This is something that's been in the works for years. And everything that she had planned out is manifesting right before our eyes. And this is not me saying this. I got the paper in my hand. And that was number 6. Look. Point number 7. It says, debase art. Make it run mad. She said that the art are one of the primary keys to changing culture. And when the person asks why, it says to break down social norms or what is acceptable and forbidden, to encourage, create experience of self outwardly and inwardly in whatever way is pleasing to the individual, to corrupt the minds of the youth into accepting what was once forbidden as normal. I got it's so much. It's just so much that I got information. When you see the word art, this is why you see they feed you this Caucasian and make you question the Most High, make you question the Bible, put certain names inside the scriptures, because you believe that, Christ is this name, or when you find out that that wasn't his name, you disregard the Bible altogether. I'm telling you, people, this is an all-out war, and the war is mainly against people of color. Because guess what? You see, Caucasians, no disrespect to them, they don't follow God. They're heathens. They show you that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Even when you look at the Roman history, when you look at the Romans damn, who's the other people? It was the Romans, it was the Spartans. It's like all of these people that come from that realm, that comes from that circle. They tell you they don't believe in God. You know what I'm saying? Like, they worship the devil. They used to tell you this. Now they switch the narratives. Now they dress in white and black. They put something on their head, and they operate like the authority of humanity, bro. I can't make this stuff up, man. The point number 8. It says use media to promote and change mindset. You see, when I tell you stop watching TV, see when I tell you stop getting caught up, like, yeah, when you watch movies and all that, if you're not mentally strong and have your third eye open and able to discern and see things and see the message, the evil message that they're trying to implement, you're gonna fall in line. See, I used to always watch movies and be like, yo, that don't make sense. That's not right. And now that I'm in the knowledge that I am in now, the wisdom that I have, I'm able to discern certain things. I could see certain movies, but oh, nah, this is a dub. Oh, yeah, I see what they trying to do. I seen a movie called Bad Trip. I didn't see all of it. I just seen enough where enough was enough. You understand? One of them getting married to his woman, and then one of them end up kissing the pastor, and then they end up doing, you know, the fisherman thing. Once I seen that, I was like, see, they sell it to you like it's funny. This is what they do. They sell it to you like it's funny, like, oh, it's not that serious, and then they force these things down your throat. You understand? They do these things intentionally. You see, they do these things intentionally. You thinking that it's all fun and glitz and glamour. When you see Martin dressing like Shanae, you thinking it's, oh, that's funny. No, they programming your mind to accept that, to see that, and when you see it in the street, it's gonna be funny. I remember when we used to see the trains. I'm like, look at this, look at this. What the heck is that? We over here laughing because they sold it to us as it was comedy. But then guess what? The person that's doing that, now that person feels hurt. So guess what they do? They go and run to these politicians' office and ask for these bills to be made. So now guess what? Now they're protected. Now you can no longer laugh. Now you gotta, son. You gotta hold your tongue for something that we all know, humanity know is wrong. Then throw it in your face every June. Facts. And I had my homegirl tell me to my face, she was like, yo, my friend, my best friend is a homosexual. I'm like, and that's your best friend? You choose to be around that? Oh no, I'm not, that's for your beliefs. I believe God. No. You believe Satan. God don't promote that. God hates that to the core. You should be put to death. And these are the people that mock the Most High and mock Christ's blood and sacrifice. Because we all know in the old times, you would have got situated for that. But, they got to teach that to the new age people, They got to give us that for a reason. Because when they give it to us, guess what? We the ones that suffer the most. When you see a quote unquote homosexual person of color, he suffers the most. Trust me, these dudes is dealing with all types of demons, depression. They can't keep a situation. All of this. You know why? Because now the angels, the angels that was meant to protect you no longer protects you. You are a reprobate, meaning that your thought process and everything that you feel to want to be accepted and be a part of is going to be your demise. Okay? It says, listen, this is the greatest way. She said the great way to change human attitude is media. She says, and when the person asks why, it says to foster group thinking around normalizing deviant behavior, to encourage pleasure over social norms, to reverse the social norms accordance with the new world order. But y'all don't hear me though. This is why when you turn on the news and as soon as June comes, you're gonna see a whole segment of dudes running around with the flag and the colors. I went to the park yesterday. Guess who I see running up and down with a kite, a fisherman kite? A mother, and I don't know if that was a daughter. Who knows? But guess what color they were? Person of color. So this is to let you know this is an all-out attack against a particular people. Let's keep going, y'all. Let's keep going. This is number 9. Okay, let's keep going. It says, point number 9: create an interfaith movement. Promote other faiths to be par with Christianity, and break these things about Christianity as being the only way to heaven. By that, Christianity will be pulled down and other faiths promoted. When the person asks why, it says to increase the level of tolerance and acceptance amongst men that all religion are equal, thereby promoting a false peace, to employ the thoughts that all religion / spiritual leads to God, to lay the groundwork that will usher in the one world religion. I can't make this stuff up. That was number 9. Let's go to number 10. It says, point number 10, get all governments to make all these points law and get the church to endorse these changes. So when you see that the government is quick to pass laws to protect them, but yet hesitant to put laws in place to protect people of color, you must question. When I see my people run around blocks voting, saying Biden this, we need to get Trump out, we need to do X, Y, and Z, and then put these people in the office, and the first thing this dude does before you guys' eyes is say, we're gonna write a bill to protect the LGBTQ people. Then we're gonna write another bill to protect the Asians. Meanwhile, the whole campaign was to get people of color to support them, and they made a promise that, listen, police brutality, we here to protect the people of color, we here to do X, Y, and Z. But here you guys go. Here he is. What took place? Now a lot of y'all is frustrated. A lot of y'all is realizing that y'all been bamboozled. A lot of y'all will still say things like, bro, he just got there. It's gonna take time. I'm telling people, if he was there for 8 years being a vice president, didn't do nothing, didn't talk about it, didn't feel entitled to even mention it, even with all the shootings. Look, you look up any interviews when Mike Brown was killed, when all of these things was taking place, when the so-called person of color was president, he didn't do absolutely nothing. So you think all of a sudden it's gonna make a dramatic change because now he's like, all right, bro, I'm gonna sit in this seat, sit there and do something? Come on, make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. You know what? This is something that I'm gonna end up talking about for Sabbath Talk, man. There's an all-out war against people of color, because everything that you see here, this is something that's being forced upon us within our community. Forced. It's not forced into these white communities. You could go into these Caucasian neighborhoods and everything is dandy. You could go into these schools. They've been promoting that. Now, we do have some parents that's not with the foo-foo. But guess what? The majority of them, they could care less. Because, they're friends, they're cousins, they're brothers. A lot of them is in that state. So, of course, they're going to support it. Of course they're going to be down with it. Of course they're going to be like, yes, these are my people. That's my loved ones. I'm not going to stop hating my brother because he chooses to be a fish. I can't do that. They're not gonna disconnect themselves from their loved ones. So of course they're going to promote it. But for us, oh no, you guys is gonna get this. You're gonna get it, and you're gonna get it in a full all-out attack. It's an all-out attack. And my lady said to me, she said to me yesterday, we got into a conversation, and because I'm so used to saying the word attack, she feels like everything that I tell you on the attack, it's like it's not an attack. In a sense, like you're doing harm or you're saying something harmful to me when I'm on the defense. I'm telling you, this is the mentality, that the approach that we have as individuals is an attack, because based on what I was reading. See, when you don't have the spiritual understanding, it's hard for you to have a spiritual conversation when you don't have that spiritual understanding. If you don't know that your mannerisms and your thought process is a program, you don't know these things. So when I say, you attacking, you thinking that I'm talking about you per se. Nah, I'm talking about the program that was installed into you that got you like this, to make you feel like it's normal. And it's not. It's not. It's not. It's really not normal. And here we are, 2021, and everything that this woman has been talking about. She died in 1949. Everything that she put in plan, the point system, is right in front of us. So what are you going to do? I mean, I'm telling you right now, nothing will be changed. Everything is always gonna get bad. Nothing can be fixed. This can't be fixed, but what can be fixed is you waking up to the nonsense, you being in front of it and not behind it. And when you behind something, you get the backlash. This is what the purpose of Repent or Die is, to bring the awareness to the fugazi that's going on in this world, and understanding that these people are attacking you. And when you realize that these people are attacking you, you're going to operate on a militant type of time. You're going to be more hands-on into your children's life. You're going to be more hands-on into what your children is being learned in school. We can no longer just allow our children to just watch whatever they want. Allow our children to go to school, learn, and not talk about what they learned today. Or not even have these conversations about, like being a fisherman is a sin, going to hell. They telling you they taking Christianity outside of the lifestyle, the culture of people. Who's the most spiritual people on the earth? Let's take this out of them. No. You gotta pray. You gotta pray when you wake up. You gotta pray before you go to sleep. And just reading this is just the indication that even myself, that I need to make sure that my children is reading these scriptures now, because the word of God is their protection against a spiritual demonic force that, if you're not aware and prepared, is coming to destroy you. This joint is like a bulldozer right now, y'all. But that's neither here nor there, man. You understand? I'm just telling y'all the truth. I'm trying to give y'all something to pay attention to. I'm trying to give you something to wake yourself up to, and just be prepared. Be prepared for what's to come, because it's only going to get worse. As long as you guys fall for this political nonsense, as long as you guys fall for this great American dream and lifestyle, as long as you keep believing that, be prepared to be awoken to a nightmare. Just be prepared. But for those that's in the know, those that's in the aware, that can see, listen, man, it's time for us to come together. We got to fix our community. We got to protect it. Because the same way that these dudes is talking about cyberbullying and being bullied for their preference of whatever, where's our protection? We the ones that's being bullied right now. If you don't see that, we're being bullied. We're being forced to accept something that we know. And I'm just saying this, as God's children, we know to be wrong. I told this to all my children. You could be anything in the world. Can't be a cop. Can't be a rat. Can't be a fisherman. You cannot be a fisherman. You do that, you forget that you got a father. And I stand by that. And I know some parents be like, but what if that's your child and he finds out that he's this? He's a dub. He's a dub. I move like that. It is what it is. Sue me. Call CPS. It is what it is. I don't support that. Nor is that energy gonna be around me. Nor is that energy is gonna be in my house. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says if you see a man with a sin and you don't confront him about that sin, guess what? That sin falls upon you. That's not, out of everything in the world, that's not the sin that's gonna fall on me. You understand? But yeah, man, it's your boy Jones. Came to you guys live with another one, man. This is a serious one right here, and we're gonna continue talking that talk. So I hope you guys stay tuned, be aware. This will be up on the website. You know, this will be on Spotify. This will be on Apple. This will be on every platform that supports podcasting. This will be on. Like it, listen to it, download it, share it. Sit down amongst your family and discuss what I just told you. And if you want in-depth documentations of it, I have no problem giving it to you. Because like I said, I have the copies. And you can go online and find these copies yourself. But for me, I have them. So stay tuned. Support the movement. It's your boy Jones, man. Round of applause for the DME, man. And the ROD. And the Most High. I love you guys. Have a blessed one. Peace.